Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about JASMY and its partners and the big picture and what it's part of. So this is something called the Futureverse. There's 8 Web3 firms merged together to create an open metaverse ecosystem. From what I understand, it's covering Australia and New Zealand currently. So it is big projects. So let's start. On the 19th of last year, this article was made. You can find it on the Binance app. I'm trying to find it on the Binance PC app and I can't find it. But if you on a phone and you type it in the search bar on Binance, type in Silo to find these 2 articles. So several Web3 firms merged to create a Futureverse and usher in an open metaverse ecosystem with a shared vision of improving the Web3 experience with open projects. The 8 companies represent a wide array of technologies. These include protocols, payment SDKs, and animation studios. The goal is to create a full-fledged open ecosystem with an enriched content layer. So I've highlighted a few words on here, several, so it's a collective thing. Usher, when you usher in something, you're preparing people for it, so you're making them aware of it, and it's a gradual thing. You have to drip feed it into society. So let's explain some of the movies that we're seeing, and they're metaverse related. They're trying to desensitize people to that concept. So there's 8 companies that are involved in this. We'll get to those 8 companies soon, but it says these include protocols and payments SDKs. So let's have a look at what protocols are first. So let's have a look at the etymology of the word. So a protocol is an original draft, a minute, a record of a document or transaction. So that's transaction, yeah, electronic transaction. That's where it ties in. A preliminary memorandum, often formulated and signed by diplomatic negotiators as a basis for a final convention or a treaty. So it's like an agreement. The records and minutes of a diplomatic conference or congress that show officially agreements arrived by the negotiators. So it's like a collective agreement, a plan. It's a collective plan set out through negotiation. So people have came together and they're like, all right, this is going to work, and that's why that's not going to work, so we're going to do it this way. So it's a set way that has been planned out beforehand, a set of conventions governing the treatment and especially formatting of data in an electronic communication system. So what is an electronic communication system? Could say it's a smartphone, say it's a smart device. Convention sense, I don't know what that means. A and B. So a detailed plan of a scientific or medical experiment, treatment, or a procedure. So it's basically around the word plan. That's what a protocol is. A protocol is a plan. So what is an SDK? Just go into a bit of detail. So an SDK is a software development kit, a set of tools provided by the manufacturer, usually a hardware platform or operating system or programming language. So what is JASMY? JASMY, they have secure PCs, so that's the hardware platform side of things. And then they have the operating system, which is the data lockers. So yeah, we're not sure what the programming language is. I haven't even looked into it. SDKs help software developers create applications for the specific platform, system, or programming language Think of it as a kind of toolkit. So that's what SDK is. Going over it briefly. Just drop this on. So JASMY's breaking out. It's doing its thing. It's letting us know. These candles have to be a lot bigger though. For it to really signal a breakout, they've got to be a lot bigger. So alright, let's go to the second slide. The Futureverse is building the foundation of an open ecosystem. So Futureverse is a new term that I haven't came across before. We're used to seeing metaverse and NFTs, but Futureverse is a new term, so it's something that I'm going to be looking into more. So it's building the foundation. So what is a foundation? A foundation, when you're building a house, you can't just put the materials together. You have to build the foundation so the house stays a house. Otherwise, it would just crumble when you put these things together. So a foundation is something that is built like an infrastructure to keep things in place. What is the open metaverse? The open metaverse harkens back to the founding tenets of Web3, with an emphasis on decentralization, which means away from centralized bodies such as governments. The Futureverse firms believe that no one metaverse should dictate the total experience. Instead, they see that an ecosystem of different projects flourishing. Therefore, the open metaverse system that the Futureverse is building provides the infrastructure for this kind of interaction. So it says the open metaverse system that the Futureverse is building on. So you got the metaverse, and the Futureverse is built on top of the metaverse. So that's something we've got to look into. But it provides infrastructure. So let's have a look. Slide missing there. The Web3 firms that merge represent. Okay. What Web3 firms merged? The Futureverse is now a company of 300 full-time Web3 employees. It is co-founded by Aaron McDonald. He's the owner of Centrality, I believe, or Silo, I'm not sure. One of them. Sahara Senderaf, Markham Bordani, I'm really bad at pronouncing names, and Daniel Gillespie. The 8 companies that combined to create the Futureverse include Altered State, Machine, Non-Fungible Labs, Silo, which we're covering in this Discord, Centrapay, which is Centrality that we're also covering, a Centrapass, which is also part of that, Immersive Shadows Interactive, we haven't covered that yet, and Altered Phoenix, that is another one we haven't covered. These firms represent a whole array of Web3 technologies like animation studios and payment development kits. That's interesting. Is that like SDKs? But it's PDKs, payment development kit, software development kit. I'll have to look into that. Okay, green is linked to Jasmine. But anyway, the 300 reminded me of. So these slides get interesting. What is the Futureverse's goal? When 8 Web3 firms merge, you can be sure that big changes are underway. With a roadmap towards the open metaverse ecosystem, the Futureverse is building the foundation for a more decentralized metaverse experience, and where a single player does not come to own the whole conversation. The Futureverse is one to watch as the landscape develops. So it's this foundation again, roadmap. So they've got a roadmap built for it, but they want a decentralized metaverse experience. Is the metaverse centralized at the minute? I'm not sure. We've got some funny price predictions that I could see it breaking very soon already. So these, I wouldn't even take these price predictions seriously. Like 2025, so they're saying in 2 years it's going to break 1.4 cent. Ah, man, I think they got this so wrong. And the fact that it's on Binance, Binance is one of the biggest holders of Jasmy. I think they've deliberately placed that there, whoever wrote this article. And I even say they predicted wrong. In the current volatile crypto atmosphere, traditional finance seeks to be brought closer to the cryptocurrency world. Others are looking to make everything decentralized and storage inclusive. Jasmy aims to use the Internet of Things platforms, IoT, something that Sony's created. It created the Felicia chips. It created the NFC that's in most smartphones and iPhones and most smart devices, which is a near field communicator. So it is linked heavily, and this is showing you that Jasmy is looking to play a key part of the role in the data management side of things, where it makes the data creator the custodial owner of that data, even though they already are. But it's part of the illusion to, well, your data is just being taken and you're not getting nothing. Hey, now you're getting something for it. Are you happy that now your data is being taken? Still doesn't make it okay, but at least you get more of a choice now of whether you want that company to have your data and what data they collect. So, inclusive, Jasmy aims to use the Internet of Things platforms created to store data in a decentralized format. Let's see through this Jasmy price prediction if there's any evidence of the Jasmy Coin Network doing just that. If you're interested in adding Jasmy Coin to your portfolio, digital research is safe path, blah, 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 blah. No, buy Jasmy Coins. Financial advice. I'm a professional. Listen to me now. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do what you feel is right. Do not follow what other people are doing. Don't buy just because you see somebody else is excited and buying. Do your research and find out why you should be excited. And if you're not excited, then just don't gamble. Just go to the casino. You probably have more luck. One thing for sure, Japan is the most well-known cryptocurrency haven. Da, da, da. Okay, so let's go to that. One thing for sure, Japan is the most well-known cryptocurrency haven by enthusiasts everywhere. The country has taken the crypto torch and forged ahead where its peers have not dared to go. It has already benefited from the decision to embrace rather than deride this young market. But yeah, if this article was a year older, it would be the complete opposite what they would be saying, because Jasmy fell from $5 because it was banned in Japan. Cryptocurrency was not legal in Japan. Now they've set up all these governing bodies and all these regulators. It has become legal because they created the infrastructure to make it legal. So now it has become crypto friendly. And it is becoming more and more crypto friendly and opening opportunities for the crypto market. Even with their listing, it's become less strict. It says Jasmy Coin is the first legal compliant Japanese crypto coin, which means the coin is first listed on the Japanese crypto exchange. Japanese law strictly governs cryptocurrency transactions subject to financial service agency inspections. In effect, one can use cryptocurrencies to pay unspecified persons. There is no restrictions on owning and investing in cryptocurrencies. And refreshing fact that Jasmy values data democracy and aims to create create an environment where data can be exchanged securely as valuables via their personal data lockers, PDL, instead of being freely collected and stored on centralized systems for various purposes, such as monopolized analytics, such as Facebook, Instagram, Google, Amazon, Alexa, Ring doorbells, and all of your smart devices. It's got all these price predictions. I just don't bother listening to those. Also read Japanese new crypto. I just highlighted these because I just found it interesting that they're on this. So, is Japan new crypto tax reform good for traders? Crypto ATMs return to Japan after 4 years. That's bullish, man. That's bullish. Interesting that the fact that even FTX is announced here. FTX announced its launch of Japanese branch. Notice that JASMY was never listed on FTX, but yet it is mentioned on a JASMY article. I'd say Japan knew that FTX was going to fall. And it did affect Japan in big ways. But Japan were able to get their funds reimbursed. I think they sorted out Japan first. Japan was probably the best customers. Japan approved stablecoin law to ensure protection for crypto investors. Blah, blah, blah. Loads of bullish little things on that JASMY article as well as link news. So JASMY Coin, what is JASMY Coin? JASMY Coin is an organization developed by Kuniante Ando solely to create Internet of Things platform web on the web. So it's only purpose, that word solely, organization, that word organization, it's organized. It's not random. It's not like a meme coin where they're just making it up as they go along. Oh, we'll do NFTs now. Oh, we'll do this. We'll do staking. We'll do this. We'll make another coin. You know, they have their plan already. It's organized. It's an organization. Yeah. Note that the Ethereum blockchain powers JASMY Coin. JASMY Coin is a native token of the JASMY platform, unlike other networks that use centralized servers. JASMY uses decentralized servers to help store the compute data. The decentralized networks used for this purpose is IPFS, Interplanetary File System. Now, there's a coin called Filecoin. I'm sure that's IPFS. That's what JASMY uses, by the way. So just a little hint that Filecoin might be another project to look into. Juan Bennett is the Interplanetary File System inventor. So look up that Juan Bennett. Look him up. Do a bit of research on them. You might find the next big projects. Seriously. You just gotta look, and this is what we do. This is how we find these gems of projects, man. We just look up these people, find out what they're tied to, what they've been tied to, who's worked with them, where they've branched off to, what they're working on now, and you start finding the next big projects. No lie. Yeah, you want to be rich or do you want to be wealthy? Because you can lose your richness. It's very hard to lose wealth. And this is like what's happening in the world right now. This is the turning point of the next generation of wealth. They've already let us know there's going to be no middle class. There's going to be poor and there's going to be rich. You're either one or the other. And that's how the future is going to be. They're going to abolish the middle class. They're going to make it so hard for a poor person to become rich. So if a poor person becomes rich, they're going to be able to interrogate them and say, hey, how did you get your money? Because it should be impossible for you to become rich and beat the system. We've created it deliberately. Boom. And you'll start learning that the system is a trap anyway. But Juan Bennett is interplanetary, blah, 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 to make web faster, safer, and more open. And Filecoin, a cryptocurrency incentivized storage network. It's interesting to note that IPFS is the decentralized storage of Web3. They're letting you know. So get yourself some Filecoin, guys. Even if it's a little bit, just get yourself some. And 5 years from now, just buy some, put it away in storage, forget about it. And 5 years from now, thank me. Yeah, even if it's $100, just do it. I haven't done it yet. I don't need to do it because I've just come across this information. Okay, the JASMY network is built on trust. I do not like the word trust. The National Health Trust in the UK. Any company or anything that has to highlight the word trust is not to be trusted because they are trying to gain your trust. They are trying to swear that this is why the word trust is, it's like if somebody says, "Oh man, I'd love to gain your trust." You'd be wary of that person because you'd probably question, "Why would you want to gain my trust?" Like, you have they have a motive, so there's a motive behind the word trust. Jasmy wants to build relationships with its customers and companies that use its services, platforms frequently, and ensure that all personal files are returned to their rightful owners. What do you mean? The thing with me is I cover the good and the bad. So these words here on this one page are words of concern. Ensure that all personal files are returned to their rightful owners. What if they're not? What are the rightful owners going to be compensated for their data that's lost? What if they're not returned? That's question one. Question two, what do you mean personal files are returned? Should they have not left the rightful owners in the first place? So basically what is happening is it's custody of your data. So your data is no longer in your hands. You're putting it on another person's platform that they've created. So now they have custody of your data because you're putting it on their platform. And the worst thing about it is they're paying you a subscription fee to use this platform. And then they're going, "Hey, look, but you're getting money for your data. But you're paying a subscription fee for this platform in the first place. You're paying to get money back for what you're paying in the first place." I just spot the things that everyone else is. Everyone else is too busy by looking at like, "Hey, we're going to become rich off this." I'm looking at all the if, buts, and maybes. Jasmy hopes. I didn't highlight hopes deliberately because I didn't want to highlight it. But you've heard about the thing, hopes and dreams. They're just hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams are not real. Yeah, they want them to become real in it. So they want these hopes and dreams. So Jasmy hopes to build on that information gap and position itself in the market. So it's placing itself at a certain place. It's strategically placing itself somewhere. That's bullish, by the way. I'm just saying. So Jasmy was created deliberately to accommodate for a problem that's going to occur on Web3 before it's even occurred on Web3. So when a problem occurs, then they'll be like, "Hey, there's a solution over here. This is all you need." Boom. It's done. All right. Jasmy wants to build on that information gap and position itself in the market as a significant answer to the fourth industrial revolution. Let me just go on and Google. Press the wrong one. Fourth industrial revolution. Let's see who talks about the fourth industrial revolution. We forums. Ooh, do you know who talks about it? World Economic Forum. This guy. This plastic mask. This is definitely not a real face. That's a plastic mask. There's somebody wearing prosthetics. That's not a real face. But anyway, this guy believes that everyone needs to be vaccinated, and this is why the whole scandemic happened, because it is a big scam. Come on. But these are the very same people. They want to autonomize everything, and the real reason why they want to autonomize everything because people are getting dumbed down. They're becoming less skilled, less able, and more dependent on machinery to do things for them and tasks. So now what they want to do, they want to introduce AI to make you think that a computer is smarter than you. They want you to depend on the computer to make decisions on your behalf, so you're no longer making decisions and you lose that mental capacity to do things for yourself. But yeah, people are already at that point. What we got to do is look at culture and society. Yeah. So That's why I highlighted that in red. So I was like, red flag, this content you made sure. Star Wars, the Empire, Nazi Germany, Hitler cat. This cat. Oh man, it's not playing. But anyway, let's go to the next one. One benefit of using the Jasmine platform is that you can easily decide what to do with your previously saved personal letters as an individual. Aren't we already able to do that? Are they trying to say that we're not able to do that already? I'm sure I'm able to take care of my own personal letters and affairs myself. I don't have my personal letters on my computer, so I doubt I'm going to ever use a personal data locker, and somebody will have to break into my home to obtain those letters. So I think they are more safer in my home than on an electronic device where they can be monitored by anybody. So yeah, that's why I've highlighted that in red, because certain things, everyone's blinded by greed and they're like, oh, but we're making money. Well, would you invest in concentration camps if you was making money? Some of you sick motherfuckers would, and that's the concerning thing. So always highlight all the reds and all the... you think about this stuff, man. Because everyone has a conscience, so you got to live with your choices. And if you make a dumb decision or invest in something blindly and it turns out to be some fucking evil shit, you got to live with that shit, and you got blood on your hands as well. But yeah, just making a little point. I'm not saying that this is anything like that, but yeah, Jasmy Coin is the official token of the Jasmy organization. Jasmy Coin provides profits. Yeah, that word profits. Oh, people love that word. When it comes to exchanging payments as such, it has attracted a lot of potential investors worldwide. Potential. You see how they use the word potential, because they know that a lot of the people are just gamblers. They're just buying it because they think they're going to become rich off it. So they're potential investors. And I can show you something in a minute that will show you that they know they're potential investors, because it's on the roadmap. It's on a candlestick chart where the market shrinks, which is us potential investors. With Jasmine being one of the best projects now, let's look at the current price. We don't look at that because the current price bullshit was crap. Their predictions were deliberately to scare people. Starting the 9th of November, Jasmine Coin was made available on Coinbase.com, Coinbase, Android, Around that time, Coinbase started trading in Japan, making the worldwide coins available for the Japanese investors, but they weren't allowed to sell Jasmy to the Japanese people. They had to get that from the Japanese exchanges. So look, an application for Jasmy is the transfer of tokens as payment between applications and services rendered on the network. Another application of the Jasmy is created to enable an environment where data can be exchanged as valuable goods. That would help. Valuable goods, aiming to build an unprecedented era of information. What is information? It's just data, isn't it? So it's interesting they didn't use the word data. I want to know who wrote this article. They knew what they was doing. Individuals and businesses can transfer the token using digital devices. Everyone's got digital devices these days. As proof of value, exchange, or payment for services. Jasmy can also be applied to our day-to-day activities like automatic driving. Tesla? Autonomous vehicles? Come on, man. LTE devices? Come on, man. We know what the future is already because we did our research. Dispatch services? Is that UPS, Amazon, and all those kind of things? Automated? Yes, definitely. And checking out at a convenience store. Contactless payments. Now we know why track and trace and contactless payments were really introduced around the COVID scam-demic. Solo, Centripay, and SensNet blockchain payments platform built and secured by Jasmy can be used at vending machines. Oh my days, do you see this? Now, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. See some amazing stuff, man. You're gonna see some amazing stuff. So news. This is the one. Okay. When was the date on this? 27th of January. It's now the 11th of February. So not even a month ago this article was produced, they passed a law saying that they're going to accept crypto payments on vending machines. We know what companies are going to be doing those payments. And we know what companies are in those ecosystems. Base data revealed that October 30 were so this is just the active users. We know that that's climbed significantly. The largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, Binance, was identified as top account holding most JASMY November 23 point. So come on, man. We know it's a lot more there. So yeah, these are just little things. Business ideas, Bitcoin. So Jasmine Coin could be a wise investment for people who are okay with waiting. They're letting you know that it's not a day trade. This is not a day trade. Whoever wrote this article, I want to know who the fuck they are. I want to know what they do because they know stuff. They've been briefed on this. It's definitely more than a wise investment. It's probably the best investment in this century. Considering what's going to happen in the future when there's migration, people across going to other places to live. Governments are always finding ways to harvest data to label, incriminate, and all kinds of shit. And this is just like some kind of way for. Well, it's Jasmine is aiming for a worldwide audience. Its target audience is worldwide. It's not just located to Japan or Asia. Its focus right now is Japan and Asia, but it's worldwide, and it's to. I think it's more to do with the GDPR, the data privacy laws, and these big corporations like Meta and Facebook getting sued for data breaches, Cambridge Analytica, and then years later they're still doing the same thing with the same people and still getting away with it because, let's get realistic, what are the people going to do about it? We're too distracted by our everyday lives because they keep us busy with work. You know, we work for 8 hours, we sleep for 8 hours, you got to look after your kids, and you got to get your housework done. Man, where's your life? Where slave? Tell me, where is your life? Because you're a slave to a corporation, and you don't even realize. It's just the way that they've made the world. Yes, we need people working, but I think that work needs to be cut down to like 3 days a week, so people actually have a life. Yeah, you contribute to your society, and 3-4 days of the week you have to yourself to build your family, to educate your offspring, because at the minute your offspring are left in the care of the schools and what the school's trying to teach them, that hey, you might be a girl even though you're born a boy. And come on, man, let's get realistic. So your data is very important. With your data, you can see what's influencing a person. If you're harvesting a person's data and that person does a crime, you can see what has influenced them and why they think that certain way because of the things that entertain them. You have that data. And yeah, the perfect example is in the UK, there was a crime where some kids killed another kid on a train track, all because they played a game called Manhunt. They was influenced, and they somehow figured out that, hey, from this data, because we know that, hey, they play this game and blah blah blah, that this is what caused it. Now we're living in metaverse where all your data is, everything you interact with is going to be recorded on some kind of way. Every person you interact with, everything you press on your screen is already recorded. If I scroll down on my phone, that is metadata. Where do you think the terminology from metaverse comes from? Metadata is the unique individual data on your devices that your data creates. Now we have something called a metaverse. Do you know what the word meta means in Latin? Let's show you. It literally means death song. Yeah, a verse is a song. Meta in Greek, Latin means death. Higher behind. Changed, altered. Yeah, something that's been altered. I'm gonna post this. But yeah, there's a lot to this stuff, man. Conspiracy. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, my days, it's all crazy stuff. Oh my god, it's crazy. But go, let's have a look at this stuff now. Let's see what this coin's doing. It's had this little fig. It's let us know it wants to fly, but it's not doing these big tall green candles that it needs. So it's going to touch this red line down here. It's probably going to have another fall back onto this baseline. And then it's probably going to go take off. But what it's doing is cooling down this RSI. Look at this RSI. It's being gay as fuck, man. I hate it. Let's have a look at Aaron McDonald. So these are the 8 companies. Fluff World, Founder, I'm sure he's also Net Export. I've heard of this. New Zealand. He's covering New Zealand and Australia. So that's not loading. Okay, that's not loading. Here we go. Plug blockchain. IOM. Internet of Mobility. Yeah. So this is technology entrepreneur, venture capitalist, entrepreneur, creative director, technologist, Web3 Israel, brand strategist, architect, and magic, blah blah blah. Search on the future, billboard, that she looks like some big ego shit. Hey, look, I'm this and that, I'm this. What can you do though? A lot of these people are just faces of companies. Futureverse, that's the F there, Rising Space, something God, my mission, not trying people to supervise. Maybe superheroes. It's mediocre bullshit, man. Straight to the point. Who are you? Why are you doing what you're doing? Where do you come from? Who placed you where you are? Venture capital, Marco, does. It's data protection officer. This is security. But these are the people that were mentioned in that post, so it's definitely worth looking at them. Here's one of the companies, yeah. FIFA World Cup Qatar AI League. So let's have a look what they do. Open a new tab. AI League. The thingy. It's all this metaverse stuff. It's all this NFT kind of stuff. Warner Music Group. FIFA. Authentic Brand Seekers. Fluff World. Non-Fungible Labs. CW. And it's New Zealand. Auckland, New Zealand. So this is the one that he's looking for. Let's have a look. The roadmap. Genesis drop, FIFA great boxing, complete, launch DAO, complete, Astral airdrop, complete, Astral liquidity, complete, next legend announcement, complete, launch of genome mining, complete, profiles and complete, next gen, So they've completed a lot of shit. AI League mobile game, that's what we're going to do. Muhammad Ali, the next legend in locker room, FIFA, intelligence mining, pre-season, game season 1, in progress, testing done. So they got a nice little website here. I like this. I like this. This is, look at all that list there, man. Come on, man. What's that? That's in progress. So they got a lot of things in progress. Come on, man. You got things to do, things in progress, things that they're testing, and things that they've already done. So they've done 3 things: updated rollback, LBR migration tools, building outlines. So they haven't done much. They're testing a few things: 1, 2, 3, 4. So some of these is mediocre. So what they're testing is a bit mediocre. But what they got in progress, they got quite a lot in progress, yeah, but what they're testing is mediocre and what they've done is minimal. What to do, generate basic models for AI League, investing in trying to do training, quality, video assets. Yeah, let's have a look at this next one. Non-fungible labs, our partners. Let's have a look. Centrality, there we go. There's our baby there. Centrality. Boom. Carbon Click, that's another one that I've come across. I've never heard of Universe before. This is like the Fluff World stuff, I think. Just a lot of Blender stuff. Unstoppable art machine was world, so you can probably just walk across a wall, walk up to a wall, and put your phone out, and it'll probably draw art on there in AI. That'd be interesting. Projects, team. Let's see. There's that guy, Marco, Chief Information Security Officer. I believe that Centrality is another project that we looked into, but I'm going to put that at the end because we'll look into that in a bit. Carbon Click. So, as we've seen, that JASMY is going to get involved in the carbon credits kind of crap. On the this year goals for 2023, they're going to be sorting stuff out for the carbon credit shit. I reckon this is something to do with it. Carbon Click, so definitely something to look into. Silo is an interesting project. It's got a lot of projects. It's got a lot of things. It uses nodes to create networks. I'm on the Northern Ireland node at the minute. Talking about playing around with it, see what I can do, contribute. This is a communications platform as well. Oh, okay. Copy image. It's possible this is the general chat for them guys. This is the article I need to look into, so I'll leave that there. Centripay, that's centrality. Centripass, that's also centrality ecosystem. Immersive labs, we've not looked at it, have we? I don't like all that LGBT queer shit. And if that's drowned in it, I ain't gonna be using that shit. Simple. I'll be watching rainbows all day. I know what, nothing against people, because my poke as much poo as you want, mate. Just don't try to fucking brainwash me to poke poo. Ain't gonna happen, boy. Platform, why immersive labs? Let's have a look. Let's see what can measure the ability to capacity of the workforce. As it relates to cybersecurity organization, as well as ability to capacity of work. JASMY written all over it. It's got JASMY written all over. JASMY platform written all over it. There you go. There you go, Discord. Shadows interactive. And then simulations. This is the one I think. Not this, isn't it? Can go to business studio, based animation studio. It's an LA based animation studio that builds most of the interactive characters. Yeah. So it's all metaverse stuff. It's all metaverse related stuff. Altered Phoenix. Studio career. Yes, so this is the this is the other one. I haven't even looked at these things, but as you can see, they've got studios located in a few places. It seems like New Zealand. So yeah, I cannot read that. It's from New Zealand. Te Ropu Waginaka Kini O Atiruara. But yeah, you got Centrality Network. Let's just show you some gems. Pictures here. Sends. Centrality, silo. This isn't the one. Oh, my neck. That's my neck clicking, by the way. I just got super pressure on my neck. I don't know how long I got. Oh, look, here we go. Now we have it. Now we have it. Boy, we got it. We have it. We have it. We have it. Okay, so what we do, click this. See if we get any more of this because there's actually a cleaner version somewhere. Man, it's so well hidden. It is so well hidden, but as you can see, do you spot Jasmine in there? Can you see Jasmine in there? I see Silo, Centrality. Jasmine's on the outside, next to IOMOB. Yeah. So let's share this in here. Give it to everybody. Yeah. But yeah, there's the ecosystem. You can see the Coca-Cola company. You got Vodafone, KFC, McDonald's. Yeah. You got a load of mobility and healthcare things as well. You got the Swift POS. You got a lot of big things. So everything's gonna be. You even got Shopify on there. It's gonna be very big. We got Jasmine here as well, bottom left of this picture. Yeah. But yeah, man, we know what it's doing. We know why it's doing it. We know when it's doing it. How it's doing it. Let's have a look at this.
Got a great idea for a decentralized application? Don't waste time building from scratch. We've created a library of world-class components that are ready to drop into your app so you can turn your idea into a fully functioning app faster.
Nice little presentation today. Talking over some stuff that we've come across and the importance of the other projects linked to Jasmine. This is one of them. This is Silo. Did have a little signal that it wants to do something. It's going to come back in contact with this yellow line, which is the gradual climb. Let's put it on the 3 hours so you can see a bit more about what it's doing. It is not following any other coin. It's not been following Bitcoin. It's not been following Ethereum. It's been just doing its own thing. This is a gem hidden in plain sight. Many people miss it. I've noticed that there's been quite a bit of volume going through it the last few days. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before people start noticing. But we got our baby Jasmine over here. Let me just sort out this now. So yeah, end of the stream. Gonna upload this. Give it a like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that link in the description for the Discord. Follow us on the Twitter. But yeah, big up everyone in the Discord except for especially PSM King. He's a fucking legend. Fucking legend.